Floor Cabaret, Vancouver, BC, with a band from Toronto who has joined us from across the country on their way up the coast. Born Ruffians, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thanks. Things are going well. We were just talking about the tour.
Yep.
Did you do the drive on the coast, or did you decide to go the
Coast.
101?
We did the 101. No, the 101.
Yeah, we did the.
Highway 1's the coast.
Oh, we did the 101.
That's not the coast.
Oh, well, there's the 1, the
another
101,
one?
and then the 5, I guess, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
The 5 is the 5 is the interstate. We did the like redwood tree drive.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is that the first time doing that? Because that must really add to the whole. Because tour is like van hotel, van hotel.
Exactly. That's why we decided to do it. We have done it once before. Yeah,
4
definitely.
years ago, though.
Right.
So it's been a while.
It helps to break free from the monotony of driving on the interstates and past the same. Yeah, the stops are always more interesting. That's good too. You stop at like weird little convenience stores instead of just like Shell, oil, McDonald's combo.
Is it hard to eat healthy on the road? I know a lot of bands struggle with that.
Yeah. It's already healthy at home.
Quite hard.
We were just talking about that before we started rolling here. Ruffians. A lot of people are calling you the Born Ruffians, are they?
Yeah, we've got that for
yeah.
a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd say it's like, it's a very small percentage. It's pretty funny when someone does call us Born Ruffians. It's especially funny when they're big fans. Someone's come up and is like, dude, I'm like your biggest fan. I'm always telling my friends about Born Ruffians. I love Born Ruffians. And I didn't have the heart to tell them, to like correct, be like, you've been saying our name wrong this whole time.
All of your friends.
Well, it must be hard though when you. I guess it's not a common word. You're saying it's a very old word, but we
It is.
we don't know if that's
It's,
true.
it's
Sounds
not a
old.
common
First word ever uttered by man, I think.
It was Ruffian.
Ruffians.
Ruffian.
Ruffian.
It was pronounced Ruffian.
And it was
Yeah.
pronounced, yeah.
And back then it meant cave
Something with
dweller.
roofies.
Cave
I think
dweller.
it just meant
Cave dweller.
everything.
Oh,
They just
Gotta have a
meant
joke
life.
ready to say one.
Well, isn't the song "What to Say About Language" on that whole topic? Isn't there kind of like
Yeah, it is.
a little bit?
You
You wrote that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's about communication and language and a lot of different ideas, I guess, with words and expressing your emotions, basically. Yeah.
Cool. How does the writing process work for you guys?
I write the lyrics and the melody and stuff. Like, I guess we write what we're in charge of, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll write my guitar and melodies, and a lot of the times that just happens to be where the song starts, so it sort of dictates,
Right.
in a way. But a lot of songs, like a few songs on this record, have started with bass lines that Mitch has, and
Never drums, though.
No. Well, that's fine.
We normally get
It's
to a
just the way
section,
things
just
work,
loop
like-
it, and I'll just play as we loop a section or something.
it's just the way things have worked in the past. Yeah, Steve won't come in with like, I've got this chord progression. It's just like, I'm the one who does that.
Right.
It's
I
just-
barely know chords.
No, just thinking like you come, you're all hanging out in the studio, kick a beat, and then people start playing over, and it progresses into a song. Or it
We've
seems
done that
more structured
before,
way.
but
can
I,
do that, yeah.
I can't think of any songs on the new record that went that way.
Yeah, it could be like the way that a chorus has worked out or something. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
I read
it's
some,
very
I read somewhere though that you want to write more as a group. That you want to try that maybe for the next record.
Yeah, like
Well, this record was pretty
like we
much
write
done
as a group.
Yeah.
It's,
Okay.
it's the songs would not like I could have had that idea and that chord progression and worked on it at home. It would have gone like off here, where with the band it goes here. Like it just would have been a totally different direction because like when we work together, it's those ideas that the three of us have that. And playing with each other as it's such a good tool to like work a song at like.
Novalee was sort of written sort of around the drum beat. Basically, my
because I had this guitar part,
my bizarre
and Steve's
inability
inability
to
to
play it.
comprehend my guitar parts occasionally, or it's just like his different perspective on it. He'll just play it different, but a lot of the times I'll be like, "Whoa, that's a mistake," but it sounds cooler than what I had in mind. Your mistake should be the song. And that's what's great about working with other people on music, basically.
The weird time signature in it was born out of just like
Steve,
an accident.
just
I
hearing
think.
it, not realizing it was a weird time signature. You thought it was normal.
Yeah.
Taking competency for errors, that's fine though. That's quite all right.
I do understand time signatures, but in
You
that
understand
case,
4/4.
I didn't realize what I was doing, I guess.
On the topic of songs on the record, there's less album titles. I mean, animal titles this time around.
Less.
Seems
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Less
a lot more
album
animal.
titles.
Well, there's still. Is it retard canard? I
Yeah,
kind of
we
want to
can-
say it that way anyway, just because it's more fun.
Yeah.
You can say it that way.
A retard canard, retard
Well, it
canard,
just sounds-
pétard canard.
Oh, you really want to go French?
Yeah. We got asked about that one a lot. Pretty much every interview I did.
You probably
in
shouldn't say the word.
Yeah.
I don't know what you were thinking.
Well, like I'm sorry. What I was saying in France, I got asked about it in every interview I did because they read it and they assume, well, that's that's incorrect French, but it must be French. Like
Yeah.
they see pétard
Yeah.
now and they think I don't know, is it about a late duck, even though that
late
grammatically makes
duck.
no sense. But yeah. Less animal titles. Less animals.
But still, including the word retard in a title, it's kind of balls. It's either ballsy or stupid. I don't know which one.
Yeah,
makes
we
sense.
weren't
trying to
sure.
figure it out.
We
Yeah.
weren't sure either. That debate happened right until the record came out. I think.
Yeah, we're just like, what, should we?
I was always like, yeah, sure, let's do it. But then
Yeah.
I think maybe you would be like, should we?
I just think of like, like for some reason I'm just like, just think of our like teachers and our families that see that.
Yeah, but I've never thought
It's not
that.
even that.
In
It's
like
not an
a-
offensive.
it's not
I've
trying-
not.
No,
it's
I
not-
know.
It's
You're
not trying to
meaning it
get a
be that way.
reaction. It's not like doing that. Be like, we did that. We just put that on that record. That's the name of it. We're gonna use that word. to
Yeah.
Get people to be like, oh my god, shock rock is crazy.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
not like that.
Yeah, it's not out there enough to be like that.
You were just mentioning you poached a member from Caribou.
We did.
How did that go about?
Andy Jonathan Palmer Lloyd.
Oh,
How's
bunch
that
of
for a
names.
name?
Yeah.
That's a good name.
Yeah, he played. He's been in a lot of bands, but
Okay.
most recently of Caribou fame, he played bass, and they played with him and another drummer when I took a hiatus from
Your
the band.
Lost Weekend.
My last weekend. Yeah.
You and John Lennon.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Me and JL had a last weekend, and they played with Andy, and then I came back into the fold, and we wanted Andy to stick around because, we had a lot of parts on the new record that we wanted played live, and he brought some new parts to old songs that kind of freshen them up for the tour.
Cool.
He can hit some of the harmonies that me and Mitch failed to hit.
All
He
right.
kind of just holds it all together, really. We've become a more technically proficient band with Andy.
Taking
on
a
board.
shine to it.
You like playing with four as opposed
Taking
to
a shine
three?
to that.
Yeah,
Stage?
yeah,
Makes
like
things
playing
better.
with four, we like traveling with four. Four is just better.
Cool.
Yeah.
And you're on the Caribou record.
That's right.
How'd that come about? I guess from the tour and getting to
Yeah,
friends
just from
and all that
touring
stuff?
and getting, sort of becoming friends. And Dan, I guess, when he was working on that song,
We paid
Had me
Dan
in
to put
mind.
these on there. Like,
Get a
this
little
would
more
be really
publicity for
good
you
for
guys.
us. Like,
paid him
come on.
$8,000. Yeah, he just emailed me out of the blue and said, "Hey, would you be interested in doing this?" And I was like, "Heck, yes, I would." And then emailed him back like, when can we do this?" I don't know. It was just sort of, it sort of just came about naturally, I guess. It's awesome though. It's a great
Nice.
song.
Yeah, it's cool.
That sounds
The whole record's cool, as is your new record.
Thanks.
It's been out for like a week now.
Yep.
Yep.
So you're finally getting to play it for people.
Feels longer
Well,
because
has it
we've been
out,
sitting
though?
on it for a
Oh,
long
okay.
time, and it came out a week previous to the actual release date digitally.
Yeah.
So like even before it was technically released, there were some people in the crowd
It
singing
came out
the new
illegally.
songs.
even
Well,
before
I'm
that.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
exactly.
But do you, on that topic, we had Terry McBride on the show yesterday, and we were talking about the future of music and how things are going. How do you guys feel about your records? Not really, how are you gonna make money in the future being a band? It's a difficult situation.
We don't make money from, I don't want to sound, but we don't make money from record sales really either. That's not our main, if it was a pie chart, that's not our main slice. So I really have no qualms about people
This is such
downloading
a-
music for free. I mean, for us, it's the touring and it's the live, and it's
Yeah.
just, you can't fight it. You're stupid to fight it. Like, you can't.
Yeah, exactly. Also, we were kind of talking about this, how funny it is. Like, Napster is like 14 years old now, to 12 years old.
That's
That's-
crazy.
You know, it's like,
Is it
when
that?
did it come
I-
out?
Something like that.
It's
2000?
Well, anyways,
maybe
I've
10
been
at the-
downloading music though since I was like
For like a
11. For
decade,
half
yeah.
of my life. So
So,
it's such a weird
For
thing
us to get up on it, it would
You're
be
like, yeah, well, I mean, it's just part of it.
Like, I
it's
steal
like-
records all the time, and I'll go on record saying that. Like, I'll hear something, be like, oh, I'll download it, and then like,
Yeah. I think
sometimes I'll
basically
buy,
also-
sometimes I'll steal.
Yeah.
I look at it. This might be like a really, naive, or sort of just what's the word I'm looking for? A jabroni way to say it, but like,
But that
I
was
don't know,
definitely
like-
the word you're hunting
yeah.
for.
It's just making music that I want to do, and obviously you want to be successful at it, but like, just keep making music, and you can't really dwell on whether or not it's gonna sell too much. you
And
know?
things change. There's just other ways for a band to make money and for a label to make money. And first of all, there's always a record buying public. There's always the collector, the niche
Yeah.
market of the people who want a physical copy. And there's other people who don't have the technical savvy to go find an illegal way to get it, so they go through iTunes. It's convenient. It's 99 cents. You can do it on your phone. There's always a market. It's almost like blown out of proportion. I think, not that I sit in on like meetings with
No.
record labels
Well,
and
and
look
you're
at
like
their
you're
figures,
saying,
but
like
I think
they're
it's-
still making money.
They're still
They're
making
not
money.
losing money per year.
Maybe they're
still
making less
making
money than they did at the boom.
Yeah.
But they're still making money.
They're
It's
still
not
giving
like,
rappers
oh my
like
God.
Drake $1 million advances.
Exactly.
Yeah,
There's
no,
still
for
money to
sure.
be made. There's licensing, which is bigger now than it's ever been. I would imagine. Like,
You guys don't think that's selling out? I mean, you can't
no,
anymore, right?
no, we don't, because we've sold our song. If I said that, we'd be the biggest fucking hypocrites. Like,
Yeah.
Fair enough. Sorry.
Yeah, sellouts. All you sellouts out there.
yeah. Have
See,
you
that-
seen
that's how
the
you make
orange
money,
cell
yeah.
phone ad?
Yeah. Also,
Yeah.
hello. Oh, it's just
Yeah.
my orange cell phone.
Yeah.
No, I'll call you back.
No, but I don't know. You can't fight it because I find it somewhat frustrating that some labels will fight the fact that they're losing record sales by maybe creating these deals where they start taking live fees or merch money from bands, something that traditionally they never really touched. And it's like, oh, well, we're just losing money on our record sales. So instead of figuring out how to stay ahead of the curve and evolve with it, we'll just take money from what you originally make money from. I think that's kind of like a cop out on their part. So, and our label doesn't do that because Warp is a fantastic label. So.
And they're a UK label too.
Yeah.
Like, do you even have a label here, or do they just
Well,
kind of helping you out?
This
Oh,
record is coming out on paperback.
It's
right?
licensed to Paperbag for Canada. Warp does the U.S. They have a U.S. office and a UK office. So we're represented everywhere. They do the rest of the world as well.